morning, guys. Just leaving Sand Dune National Park, I think it is, and gonna head on to Leadville, where it's even colder. Leadville's 10,000 feet. It's the highest city in the U.S., so we're gonna go get even colder. You just thought we've been cold. Let's go get even colder. But got like a couple hours to get there. Nothing crazy, but had a good night's sleep last night next to the dunes, so that was cool. Well, didn't get bothered by anybody, although the ranger drove back there this morning, but he didn't say anything to me, or she, I'm not sure. I think it was a she actually, but talked to a couple people at where I stayed at this morning that came in there in their Subaru, and they were pretty cool, but they live here in Colorado. But anyways, let's get on trucking towards Leadville. Yay! Woo! Beautiful scenery on the way there. Starting to see some 14ers, guys. Check this out, Mount Interno. I can't. Here she is, right there. 14,200 something. Of course, the oh my gosh, the wall gets in the way right when I try to film. Of course, there's a elk crossing. Why don't they put the elk crossing somewhere else? Why does it have to be here? There it is. All her glory, 14er. I mean, it's more than just that, of course, around here, but pretty awesome. We're moving on. Yeah, so this whole like front, I say it's a front range. I mean, it's kind of a front range. It's not the front range that everybody knows of, but this road takes you along the side of multiple 14ers, Mount Princeton, Elbert, Antero. So that's pretty awesome. You literally just get to cruise next to these massive mountains for miles and miles and just admire them as you go. They're definitely impressive to look at. Elbert's kind of the more chill of the hikes if you look at the technical side of things. It's just the tallest peak in Colorado, and the second highest peak in the lower 48. But it's kind of chill as far as it's not really technical climbing, but anything up in that kind of elevation obviously is not easy, no matter if it's technical climbing or not, just because of, you know, what it is, especially with snow. But I'd like to get back out here one day and do some more of these mountains. I don't really see myself doing them right now, but Elbert and I just have something that we have to, you know, get back into, and he's gonna have to let me summit this time and not get, you know, so close to the summit and turn around. But last time I was up there, I got elevation sickness and I was just out of shape. You know, this is the first time I've ever had elevation sickness to that extreme. I think I've had it a little bit before, but to that extreme, never, where I just didn't want to eat or drink, and, you know, I wasn't hungry and dizzy, nausea, crazy. But let's keep on going. It's a little town of Buena Vista. Oh, there's a city market here too. Nice. Gas is $3.99 here. I think I paid around $4 for it back where I just got gas at as well. I might be coming back to that city market, depending on what's in Leadville. I've got enough food to last me though for the next couple days. I always like little Colorado towns. A lot of them popped up from mining and other things, tourism, I guess. But they're all pretty cozy little towns. Super cool. It's La Grise, never heard of that before. Huh. It's a cool area. That Leadville is 35 miles away. A little rental place here. Still cruising along the mountains. We just passed Mount Princeton a minute ago. 4Runner. It's like van life back there with all the old Volkswagens. Might need to go back there and see if I can find me a van. Turn this into real van life, guys. No more 4Runner stuff. We need a Type 2 Volkswagen bus to take us around. Actually, they're very capable of those. I forget what year they are. It's like in the 80s, I think. But anyways, it even came 4-wheel drive. So looking to our left over here, cool cabin, but there's Mount Elbert to the left, straight up that spine right there. Yep, right in the middle. Hey guys, so I got within 3.8 miles of the trailhead, but the only reason I didn't go further on the road is because they just have it plowed to a certain spot, but there's a way to go around that. But I think I'm going to air down and before I go forward into the unknown. I mean, it's not really the unknown. I've been back there before, but I like to see how far I can get on this road. And I think airing down is going to be the way to do it. But we shall see. I'm going to air down here in a minute and then try to get a little closer tonight. Or maybe camp or sleep here tonight and then drive in the morning. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. All right, so I aired down to 10. So yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. The last time I was here, it was pretty mellow all back in here. It wasn't like super hilly or anything, so we'll see how far we get. Well, we only got a little stuck. So I got the winch rolled out that tree over there. Let's see how far we can go. It's doing great, and then just suddenly it slid down into a side here and just wouldn't let me go. So well, I was gonna wait until tomorrow to film this, but I don't know. I just figured I'd just go ahead and do it now. Oh man. So I got stuck earlier where I showed you guys. That was like 4 hours ago, a long time ago. So I drove about, I don't know, 100 to 200 yards and hit a hill, just ever so slightly inclined. And the snow, I guess, accumulated more there than it has anywhere else. I don't know. So I got stuck again. But this time, it was kind of an interesting situation because no matter how far I pulled myself up the hill, I was either high-sided or could not back down. So I ended up having to literally winch the whole 4Runner in a 360 along this road. So that was very interesting, to say the least. And while doing so, I managed to almost mess up the winch reel because I couldn't keep enough tension on the whatever you call it, daggum cable. I couldn't keep enough tension on it at all times, so it kept kind of loosening up in the middle section, and eventually it let go enough to where it almost like clogged itself up. And by that time I was sideways in the road, so yeah, I was gonna be completely screwed if I couldn't figure it out. So I sat there and I just fiddled with it forever. Finally got it back to where it would give me the cable. So I completely unreeled the cable as far as the cable would go, and then I put it back in with as much force as I could, given that I was, this close to a tree doing the whole thing. So then I hooked it to another tree that was further, to the side of the 4Runner, opposite side of it, so that I could pull the front end back, straight down this road. But while doing that, the wheel that keeps the cable rolling decided that it was going to shear the bolt where the nut goes on it. It sheared the bolt right off, and geez, it bent the whatever you call it. I'm so tired I can't think straight right now, but the shackle, it bent the shackle, and where it goes onto the front bumper. So now I've got one shackle that's bent sideways a little bit. I've got no wheel on that one side of the rollers, and it's that whole thing is just messed up. I'm going to have to order a whole new one. But thankfully I still have a working winch, But so then I get it straight, and there's literally no tree anywhere in front of me that makes logical sense or that I can reach to winch from. The trees are too far to the right or too far to the left. So I'm like, all right, well, so I'm trying to go back, trying to go forward, and it turns out that the gas tank slider is stuck. It's high-sided on nothing but thick snow and ice. So I just spinning all four wheels, just not going anywhere. So I go and I take and shovel. I'm literally just hatching away and shoveling just snow and ice out from all four wheels, and then trying to hammer it out from underneath the pan, the skid plate. And it just took like an hour of doing that, getting completely soaked from the snow, all my pants, the jacket, all of my gloves. And I finally was able to get traction and get past the high side, whatever you call it, yeah. So I was able to get back to my tracks where I was when I first started, and I caught traction, was able to go, and then I was able to get back on the road. So now I'm not stuck, and this is a 5-minute video, but now I'm not stuck. I'm facing the right way to go back out, but I'm a mile and a half from the trailhead of Mount Elbert, and at this point I'm not even sure if I'm going to hike it, whether it's tomorrow or the next day or when it's going to be. But my main goal is just not to be stuck, because if I do go hike, I don't want to come back to a stuck vehicle and be just completely trashed. And the 4Runner was in the middle of the road for snowmobiles to run into, so that was nice. So now I'm kind of off the side of the road near where I got stuck. I'm in between the two stuck spots essentially, and I'm gonna sleep here tonight. So I got the Mr. Buddy in here. I'm gonna try to stay warm as possible and not stay just freezing cold, because it's supposed to get 0 degrees tonight, or -1. And yeah, I'm not planning tonight of getting freezing cold and just being miserable in the morning, because I'm just gonna crank the Mr. Buddy up and stay warm. So right now I'm blasting the heat in here. This thing's been idling forever, trying to get me out of here. Well, that was a whole nother thing. I guess the winch was pulling so much strain on it, trying to pull against the snow, that it was killing my battery, drawing so much power. So that was crazy. Face is red. What a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.